All right, I want to talk to the person watching this video who cannot sleep at night because that vision will not leave you alone. Maybe you're in your bedroom right now and you're scrolling through all these success stories and you're wondering, when in the world is it actually going to be my turn? Or maybe you're coming home from that job that drains the life out of your soul and you know you're meant for more. Or maybe you're in university right now like I was and you can't focus on any lesson because you want to build your own business and you want to create your own reality. I just had this interaction in the elevator at my apartment where these guys were laughing at me because I said I was working on a Saturday night. Now, to be honest, I'm way past caring about what people think because I've built many businesses, I've gone through all those struggles, and I've pushed away all the opinions and I've focused on myself, but it hit me. They don't get it, and people don't get you either. They're not gonna feel what you're feeling right now, that fire in your gut, that voice in your head that's telling you there's something more out there for you in life. You know that feeling, right? When you see someone that's successful and there's a feeling inside of you that says, that could be me. It should be me. In fact, it will be me. And maybe this feeling started when you watched that one video, you read that one post, or maybe you had that one conversation that completely expanded your mind and changed everything. It's that moment when that spark hit you and you knew. I remember when I was in high school, which was only like 2.5 years ago, and I was bagging groceries for $8 an hour. And every single second I felt like I was dying inside. But that feeling and that spark and that vision of wanting to be great, it could not leave me. It would not leave me at all, no matter what I did. Look, you watching this, you're probably grinding the 9 to 5 right now or trying to figure things out, and it's sucking the life out of you. It feels like a prison. Or maybe you're an entrepreneur already, but you're too scared to go all in. Or maybe you're a student and you're being told every single day to be more realistic about your dreams. Listen, I get it. I've been all three that I just mentioned, and this was not too long ago. You see that spark that you feel deep down inside of your gut? It shows up differently for everyone. For some, it's that business idea that just won't leave you alone. For others, maybe it's watching your parents work that job that they hate every single day and you're telling yourself that that's not going to be me one day. Or maybe it keeps hitting you because you're scrolling through social media seeing all these success stories. Or you're up till 3 a.m. like I always was, constantly having your mind race of all these ideas of what your life could be. I'm going to tell you something that no one's going to tell you. That feeling is not just ambition. It's not just wanting to get rich. That spark you're feeling, it's trying to tell you that you're meant for more. And you know that, but there's this big gap of where you are now versus who you actually want to become. And I'm telling you, if you let it, that spark inside of you, it's just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. See, wherever you are right now, whether it's your bedroom, your classroom, maybe you're on break at work, or you're in your office cubicle, you're exactly where every single successful person ever started. And they didn't just listen, they acted upon it and they protected that spark, no matter the opinions that were thrown at them. The crazy thing is, when I felt that spark inside of my life, I couldn't even put it into words and explain it to my friends and family. And what happened was the conversations were starting to not align with the people that I was around. You see, my parents wanted me to go to college, and I get it, they want what's best for me, right? But here's what you need to understand. God made one of you in this universe at this exact time, in this season, right now. And he did this for a reason. Look, when you're young, the vision always starts with, I want to get rich. Maybe you want to do drop shipping or SMMA or TikTok shop. And that's completely fine. That's kind of the exact roadmap that I followed when I first started my journey. But what a lot of people won't tell you is that first thing that you try, it most likely will not work. But here's the thing, that's actually the beauty of the process. It's not the end of the process, it's the very beginning. You see, I tried everything. At 13, I was running a clothing brand, and then I was doing drop shipping. But what I started to do was listen to the natural inclinations. When I was a kid, I always made these stop motion videos. So what I did in high school is I decided to pick up the camera. And when I did that, that's when something clicked. You see, I tried all these things, the drop shipping, the clothing brand, all that stuff. But when I picked up the camera, it's where I felt most aligned and most alive. And did I think it was going to lead me to where I am right now at just 20 years old? No. But it led me to building a small media company in high school, and then one of the first short form agencies, and I ended up building a 6-figure agency at 18. And now it's doing multi-6 figures, if not 7 figures this new year. You see, the law of attraction, it's real. It's like gravity. It's a universal law that is always working. So whatever frequency, whether it's high or low, that you're vibrating on, The same frequency you're on, you're going to attract other things that are on that same level. So if you're constantly thinking about building and growing and creating, those are the opportunities, the people, and the environments that you're going to attract. But here's the flip side. The things that don't align with that, you're actually going to repel it and naturally push it away. And here's the hard truth. Nobody's going to save you. You know, all those hours you spend scrolling on TikTok, the time you waste trying to fit in with the people that don't align with your vision, that's all on you. But what you need to understand is that this vision, this feeling inside of you, it's not cringy, it's not stupid, even if it's you want to build this bakery or you want to create this agency. Because most young people, in fact, most people in general, they're just degenerates. They suppress their life with alcohol, explicit images, or even toxic relationships. But you have a vision. You feel it in your gut. And the fact that you can feel that feeling and you can see that vision, it's gonna put you ahead of 99% of people. So when they laugh at you while you're working on a Saturday night, just remember that they're getting off on the 3rd floor while you're getting off at the 100th floor. They don't need to get it. They don't need to understand it. This is your vision and this is your journey. You only get one life. Now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the psychology of it. Let me tell you about belief systems. As kids, we had unlimited imagination. And for the most part, we really didn't care what people thought of us. But along the way, society started to program us. They started to program that it's too hard, that you should be more realistic or get a real job. But you know what you can do? You can actually rewire that psychology. You see, when I started my agency as a teenager, I was really just another kid with a camera. But I believed deep in my core that this was the path that was carved out for me. And you know, a lot of people talk about manifesting your reality, but they don't actually understand it to the fullest. Manifesting isn't just constantly thinking about something you want. It's about aligning your thoughts, aligning your actions, aligning your energy, literally anything and everything with that vision. So let me break it down for you. Every single morning when you wake up, you get two choices. You can either work towards that vision, or quite frankly, you can just let it slip away. And this is what creates winners. They're going to choose that vision even when it's hard, even when people are throwing their opinions, even when people are making fun of them, even when society says, hey, you shouldn't go that way, and even when everyone thinks that you are crazy. Remember that every successful person that you look up to, they started exactly where you are. They had that feeling and they had that vision. The difference is that they didn't let anyone kill it. They protected it like it was precious, because it is. And you know what's funny? People think that overnight successes are real. I'm gonna tell you right now, those overnight successes that you see, they spent years in the dark, building, failing, learning. When I was building my first official company at 18 years old, nobody saw it. No one saw the failures. No one saw me staying up till 3 or even 4 a.m. every night. No one saw me trying to learn everything I could. No one saw the rejected calls. No one saw the rejected DMs. And honestly, no one saw the loneliness that I had to go through. And that's the harsh reality. When you're truly chasing something you believe in, you're not gonna have the same friends anymore. They're gonna be out partying and they're gonna be degenerates while you're obsessed and you're building. And they're gonna call you names and they're gonna call you boring and serious, but that's the cost of being great. But when you're going through all those things, what you have to do is you have to stay consistent. When you keep pushing despite all the doubts and all the opinions, what you're going to do is you're actually going to attract people that are gonna push you and support you, people that are gonna help you build. And it's people that actually get it. And those connections that you're going to make, it's going to be worth way more money than any of those parties that you missed. The reality is that building something significant, building an empire is hard. In fact, it's really, really hard. But you know what's even worse? It's living with regret. It's looking back when you're 40, 50, or 60 years old and you're asking yourself, what if I actually tried? That right there, my friend, that's the real failure. And if you're watching this video and you're getting a nice little dopamine rush, well, let me talk about motivation, because motivation is temporary. It's only going to get you so far. What it really all comes down to is the discipline. It's building the habits that align with your vision. When I started this journey of improving myself, of building businesses, of growing my wealth, I made a decision that every single day I'm going to do my best to do the tasks that push me towards my goals. And some days that meant cold DMing 100 potential clients to the point where my Instagram was freezing because I was sending way too many messages. And other days it meant learning a new skill while everyone was asleep and it was 2 a.m. in the morning. So let me end with this. The same people that are laughing at you now are going to be the first people in your DMs once you finally make it. They're going to be like, hey bro, remember me? hey, let's catch up. And you know what? That's completely fine because this journey isn't about proving other people wrong. It's about proving you and your future right. Because I'm going to be honest with you, it's not necessarily about the money. And money is great, do not get me wrong, but what happens is you become a better person through that process. The confidence you build, the skills that you develop, the mindset that you cultivate. And I get it. Like I mentioned earlier, maybe you're in your bedroom right now, or you're at a job you hate, or you're at school just going through the motions. But I need you to understand where you are right now is not where you're going to stay. Unless you choose to do nothing and you decide to not change your life. The world needs people like you, people with this vision, people with this drive, people who aren't satisfied with average because average is easy. There's no growth in comfort and anyone can be average, but you want more. And that, my friend, is a gift alone. So protect that vision, nurture it, feed it with knowledge, feed it with action, and don't let anyone's doubts or opinions dictate the way in which you're going and the reality in which you're creating. Because it's your vision and they don't have to get it. In fact, they don't need to get it and they don't need to support it, because one day, I'm telling you right now, what they're going to do is they're going to respect it. Because success, real success, my friend, that is the best revenge, even if you're getting revenge on your past self. So don't wait for permission, don't wait for someone to understand, and don't wait for the perfect time. Start now, maybe start messy, or even start scared, but you need to start. Because 5 years from right now, you're either going to be grateful that you did start, or you're going to be regretting it. So the choice is yours, but that spark inside of you, my friend, it already knows the answer. So go out there into the world and build something great.